Good evening, folks. Ken Hovind here and the crew at Dinosaur Adventureland in Lenox, Alabama. It is what, September the 18th, 2025. Tonight, open mic. Evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religion in the world. Prove me wrong. And we're going to talk about giant humans in just a minute. We're on a bunch of channels. Let's see, Facebook, Rumble, X, our own app, Instagram. Sign up for all of them, because if they shut one off, you can just find me someplace else, okay? And you feel welcome to post my stuff on YouTube, all of you, okay? I want to get the message out. Let's see, today, the 18th of September. If you're lonely over the Christmas or any holidays, come join us. Be a part of our family. We have a blast around here. Come for Columbus Day. That's the day the Indians discovered Columbus in their front yard. Can we help you, sir? Okay. And then a special day for Halloween. We're going to call it something else, Harvest Festival, or I don't know, Fall Festival. I don't know, anything but Halloween. Come on, just come. It doesn't matter what you call it. Just come, okay? Then we have Veterans Day. Please, all you veterans, come visit Dinosaur Adventureland. Call 855-BIG-DINO, extension 5, to make sure there's cabins available. Speaking of which, we're getting, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8 new cabins in the Ark. Please, people can say, we need some money for bathroom fixtures, okay? That's the expensive part of building a house, okay? The showers and the sinks and all that stuff. So if you want to help with that, contact the office there. Okay, let's see. Christmas, come spend Christmas with us and New Year's. So sign up for our channel. Call 855-BIG-DINO, extension 4. Talk to Joseph if you want to schedule a debate to defend your religion of evolution. I'm looking for more, Joseph. How long's it been since I had one?
Kentucky, just a couple of months ago.
Yeah, where'd they go? I've only had 389. I'm trying to get to 1,000 before I die. I'm going to have to live a long time at this rate, okay? So join our 777 club. Help us to open for free. Call 855-BIG-DINO, extension 1, to talk to the secretary. There we are, drdino.com. Okay, let's see. This guy, ambushed somebody? Ambushed apostate. Well, let me show you what he said here real quickly. Ambushed, you're welcome to call in. Let's see. Let me let him blabber for a minute.
Everyone's favorite creationist cult leader, Kent Hovind, is back on YouTube for a third time after being banned twice by YouTube for, you guessed it.
Okay. Did I forgot to drag it over there, didn't I? Joseph, you got the audio. Did I drag it over?
Yeah, we heard it. No video.
Okay. Let me put him over here.
Breaking the rules. The legendary Emma Thorne was able to rally her subscribers.
Legendary Emma Thorne. Emma, I'll debate you anytime, twice a day, all day, okay? You have nothing to back up your stupid evolution religion. So Emma is the one who got all of her followers to say, hey, let's take down his channel. See what they do? You can't answer the person, so you silence them. Isn't that what they did with Charlie Kirk? Can't answer him, so let's shoot him. I'm sure they got me on their list too. Yeah, go ahead. Well, you can't threaten me with heaven. Okay. So Emma Thorne got her followers to say, hey, let's take down Kent's channel. Emma, I'm going to whack you again one of these times when I get time. I go every Wednesday night. Maybe I should do 3 or 4 a day. I'll whack an atheist. Okay. Anyway, Emma got her followers.
Report Kent's second channel, and it was shut down at the beginning of 2025. During this time, other content creators like Caruso, Smeared with Soot, The Trucker Billy, Big Bad Mama, Atheist Jr.
Content creators? Guys, let me just go back to my PowerPoint here, Joseph. These guys are content creators. Oh, right here. Okay. Let's see. Caruso Tomato. He has 1,028, 250 subscribers. Go get him, Tomato, okay? And Smeared with Soot, 188 subscribers. Yep. And he took down my channel. Boy, you brave man. I'll debate all of you guys together, okay? And Big Bad Mama, who's also Crybaby, who's also what else? Why don't they just give their real name? What's the problem? Mine's Kent Hovind. I live at 488 Pearl Lane, cabin 1. Yeah, I don't have nothing to hide. Okay. Nerdy, Truck Driver Billy. He has 140 subscribers now. Go get him, Billy. Okay. Big Bad Mama, 2,000 subscribers. Atheist Jr., almost 9,000, because he mentions my name in almost all of his videos. It's the only reason, isn't it, H.A.? Okay. Let's see. Cloudy Bowels. Cloudy's got over 1,000 subscribers. Go get him, Cloudy. Simon Dan, 600,000. He deceives all his people into believing the dumb evolution religion. Okay. So these are some of the comments on this video, the short clip I just played part of. I wasn't jailed for tax fraud. I covered that last night. It was for structuring and failure to withhold taxes from employees, and I didn't break any laws, okay? Watched my show last night. Show me what law I broke instead of just saying I'm a tax protester. Had employees working as slave laborers. Really? How many of you are slave laborers here? Well, we got 5, 6, 7 of them in the room now. We had a long day today. I think they work pretty hard because they love the Lord. I do. I'm 72. I could retire a long time ago. There's a war going on. I want to keep going. Anyway, and the money he transferred illegally, that is just plain lying, okay? You're lying about me. I didn't transfer any money illegally. Kent never learned that he doesn't make the rules. His malignant narcissism doesn't know what to do with that. Show me what rule I broke. I went over them last night, the 3 different charges they put me in jail for. Show me which one I violated. Come on. Let's see. A hairball, like hair like a rabbit. Okay. Perhaps a bit of research is needed on your part. There was no formal employment, only independent contracting. Taking your own money you earned out of your bank is not wrong or illegal. Structuring was a law designed to catch drug money launderers, the mafia, and drug dealers. And the form was never promulgated by the IRS. It's not even a law. It never passed. There isn't a law about structuring. Okay. Prosecutor committed suicide by hanging himself for kid fiddling. The judge wasn't exactly Christian, hated Christians, okay? Nor was she likely to side with Christians, handing out very harsh punishments for Christians, 10 years. People who rob banks or gas stations with guns might get that kind of sentence for a first offense, not a guy with a dinosaur park in his backyard. Anyway, there should be no S. Anyways, doesn't have the S, guys. They do that all the time. Anyways, okay. Anyway, I think that Kent is not the enemy, and there are much worse people out there to concentrate on. You can disagree with him and his teachings, but hate is not a good thing to harbor. He doesn't run a cult. He's a Baptist minister with a science center and a theme park based on dinosaurs and the Bible. Why do they keep saying it's a cult? Why don't you show me why? Hairball. I'll be careful. I don't think he runs a cult, nor committed a crime worth 10 years in jail. I didn't commit a crime at all, okay? I really think you just hate Christianity. I agree with that, okay? Ambushed apostate writes in, well, that's why I produce the content I do. Because you hate Christians. Because we rub you the wrong way, don't we? Yeah, well, they say if you're rubbing the cat the wrong way, tell the cat to turn around, okay? We do psychology. We look at psychology, whoa, and demonstrable scientific methods to measure cult behavior. Okay, well then, apostate, you're the perfect one to tell me exactly why it's a cult. Kent Hovind matches the criteria of being cult leader 100 times over. Well, that ought to be easy for you to give some specifics. You match all the characteristics of being an idiot 1,000 times over, but I'll debate you anyway, sweetly in Christian love, okay? Let's see. Nothing has, huh?
I'll give up a month pay if you invite that guy down here to work with us for a week.
You'll give a month's pay to invite him down here to work with us for a week. He couldn't handle a week at work here. He probably couldn't handle one day. Yeah. He's one of those guys that clocks in at Walmart and then goes and hides in the bathroom and talks on his cell phone all day long. Yeah, okay. Has to do with someone taking Christianity and weaponizing it to abuse his well-meaning, yet gullible followers. I don't abuse any followers. You're welcome to get a new channel, apostate. Just push a button. There's a button on your computer someplace to change channels, okay? Let's see, Amber Smith. Evolution has evidence. Really? I've been asking for it for 35 years. Show it to me. Where's the evidence? And con man, not a real doctor. That bothers him, doesn't it? Look at that right here. See that? Dr. Kent Hovind. That bother you? Good. I'm so glad. Hope it keeps you up late at night. Okay. Okay. Hovind versus ambushed apostate. I guess I did whack him some time ago. Well, this is on Big Bad Mama's channel. Here's some of the comments from there. Kent's a charlatan. I should troll Kent. A great testament to Kent's delusion and inadequacy. Kent thinks the Flintstones prove dinosaurs lived with human beings. Dinosaurs need more oxygen in the air than man does. This only points to the fact we couldn't have lived at the same time. No, you moron. There was greater oxygen concentration and greater air pressure, and both humans and dinosaurs needed that because humans were big too. I cover all that in video number 3. Get my seminar series, watch it, copy it, send it back, get your money back, and then tell me where I'm wrong, okay? Let's see, right here. Bible says there were giants in the earth in those days. I think it says that because there were giants in the earth in those days. This is right before the flood came. Now, the evolution religion has man going from a small chimpanzee, bigger, better, stronger, smarter. The truth is, it was exactly the opposite. There's a book, I meant to get it here, The Valley of the Giants. Did I bring it? I guess I left it at the house, but I got a bunch of other ones on giants. Oh, okay.
on the ground.
On the ground? Can somebody grab that? Faster than that? Grab the books on the ground. Oh, okay. There we go. No, I don't see any, they don't see any books. Over here. We don't see them. Somebody must pick them up. Okay. Valley of the Giants, Giant Man Tracks, good book. Robert Wadlow, St. Louis, or Alton, Illinois, across the river from St. Louis, almost 9 feet tall. That's me standing next to a model of him. Where'd they go? Giant books. Oh, well, I got a bunch more on the topic right next to me here. I'll get them in. Robert Wadlow with his father and his brother. His shoe size was 37. Okay. Bible says Goliath was 6 cubits and a span. Cubit, 21.5 inches roughly. Okay. There's Robert Wadlow at almost just a half inch short of 9 feet. I met some ladies when I preached in Alton, Illinois, that went to school with him. They said, oh, he was really nice guy, really big, but nice, almost 9 feet tall. Okay. There's a drawing of an 11'6" man found in a coal mine in Italy. Have him on your basketball team, right? They found the difference, how to tell the difference between a male and female skeleton. It's very simple. It's not the number of ribs. Only Adam was missing a rib. And it is the only bone in the human body that'll grow back, by the way. Regenerating rib. If the surgeon removes one of your lower ribs, the rib grows back. Interesting. Okay. Can the human rib regenerate itself? Yep, sure can. Like salamander, tails. Okay, let's see. Tell the difference, male and female skeleton. Simple. You look 2 ways. One, you look at the feet. If they're pointed toward the mall, it's a woman. Okay. Secondly, you look at the temporomandibular joint. If it's worn out more, then it's a woman. Okay. That's because she has to tell the man everything twice. He doesn't listen first time. Anyway, world's tallest living man. When I took this photo years ago, all right, we found the photo. He's almost 9 feet tall. I don't know if he died or not. Ukrainian guy. Let's see. I guess he did die. Okay. 8'4" giant, still growing. Okay. Leonid Stadnik died 2014. Okay. All right. Trying to use a cell phone. A little tough, isn't it? Your finger's 4 inches wide. The Roman Emperor Maximus was very, very tall. That's where we get the word maximum from. He was 8'6". Okay. A skeleton 9'8" tall, found in Indiana. 9'8". Yep. 2 skeletons 9 foot tall, found in let's see, where's this one? Temecula, California. Okay. John Adolphi up in New York, Lost World Museum. Go to that website, Lost World Museum. Great stuff. That's a model of Adam's hand that he's got. Inca giants. He did a show on that one, Lost World. There's evidence of giant humans, 15 feet tall and bigger from all over the world. Joe Taylor was a good friend of mine, Mount Blanco Museum. Someone found a giant human thigh bone. He made copies of it. I bought one off him. Here is a normal human thigh bone, the femur, okay? Here is the replica of the giant human thigh bone. The guy was probably 13 feet tall to have a bone, or else he looked really funny with one big leg, okay? I think the Bible says there were giants in those days because there were giants in the earth in those days. That's why. Whoa. There. Michigan, prehistoric giant found, 12 feet tall. Petrified man, 12 feet tall, found in Michigan. This was in 1919. Let's see. Huge bones embedded in layers of clamshells. 20 skeletons were found. Every skeleton was fully 9 feet high. This is in 1902. The atheists are getting better at squelching all this stuff now, find a way to get rid of it, okay? Skeleton nearly 10 feet tall, found in Humboldt Lake, Nevada. Legends in Guam tell about the giants that built the latte stones there. Who on earth is making these and lifting these giant stones, carving them and putting them up there? 8 giants ranging from 8 to 9 feet long, wearing heavy copper armor, found in South Bend, Indiana. Through the bungling of the diggers and the disinterest of the museum establishment. Why would the museum not want them? Because it goes against their religion that man was, tiny apes and they're getting bigger. Yeah. 1616, they stumbled upon a pair of skeletons more than 9 feet tall. It's where the word Patagonia comes from, big feet. Skeleton 12 feet tall, found in Lompoc Rancho, California, 1883. Remains were reburied because the Indians got upset, disturbing a grave. Skeleton 12 feet tall, appeared in many papers near Tucson, Arizona, 1891. The man had 6 toes, long hair, and a bird-shaped headdress. Let's see. The Nevada giant from 1877. From knee to heel, they measured 39 inches. That's just the lower half of the leg. Thus, in life, the owner stood over 12 feet tall. Here we go. Discovered in a cave in Krabi, Thailand, remains of a giant who appeared to be battling a large horned serpent. There was a sharp object embedded in the serpent's head. Must have stabbed him with something, okay? Pretty good sized fella. 2 other male and female, 9'4" and 8', others 10 feet tall, found in Ohio. There's tons of stuff on this, apostate. Your religion is stupid. Evolution isn't true. The opposite is true. Before the flood came, the Bible says the people lived to be 900. And there's lots of legends of the golden age. Why does that bother you so much? Does it bother you that the Bible might be true? Why would that bother anybody? Oh, I know. Their lifestyle. Yeah, okay. Let's see. What's this one? This is in the Aztecs in Mexico. They said, let's see. The tradition was handed down. There was a race of men and women who were immense stature with heavy bones. They were very bad and evil disposed, whom they had for the greater part exterminated by continual war. And the few that were left gradually died away. To give us a notion of the huge frame of the people, they dragged forth a bone, a thigh bone of one of the giants, which was very strong and measured the length of a man of good stature, say nearly 6 feet tall. That's just the thigh bone. Mine here is only 4 feet, okay? I measured it by my own person and found it to be my own length. Although I'm a man of considerable height. They showed us many similar pieces of bones that were all worm-eaten and decayed. We, however, did not doubt for an instant that this country was once inhabited by giants. This is Cortez. That we ought to forward these bones to His Majesty in Spain by the very first opportunity. Mummified head of an Inca king, 9.5 feet tall. 7 examples of proof that giants existed. There were giants in the earth in those days. Giant human skeletons, 36 foot on the far right. I don't know. That's what they're saying here. 15 foot. New York giants, that's a different kind. Okay. Here's a giant human footprint. It's pretty good size. They are said to be remarkably tall and stout. Much of people of a much larger size than the tallest of the Lenape people. They sent their scouts across the broad land, and spies came back by the Mississippi. They had powerful people. They dwelt in villages. They were very tall, so tall the head of the tallest Lenape could not reach their arms. And their women were of higher stature and heavier limbs than the loftiest and largest man in the Confederate nations. They were called the Allegui. I have here a casting of one of the human footprints that was found in Glen Rose, Texas, along with dinosaur footprints. They sawed it across the toes, and you could see the ground was compressed. It was a compression print, not carved in, not an erosion mark. It's actually a compression print of a giant human footprint. Here is, let's see. Another one, oh, right here, okay. I went to Glen Rose, Texas, and stepped in these footprints, and it's about 6 feet between steps. I'm 6'2", and when I step, it takes me about a little less than 3 feet each step. I've adjusted it so I can measure, distances that way by pacing it off, okay? These were 6 feet apart. Right, left, 6 foot apart, okay? Yes, there were giants in the earth in those days. There's many books on the topic. Giants on Record, you can get from Ancient America. Let's see. Adventures Unlimited Press. Giants on Record, that's a good book on that. Let's see. Prehistoric Survivors. Do Giants Exist? Carl Schuker. Okay. Get that one. Here's one. Genesis 6, Giants by Stephen Quayle, Quayle. If you want to get that one, it's excellent. Lots of pictures and information about the giants. Here's one, Ancient Giants of the Americas. All the evidence for giants being found in America, like 10, 12, 14 feet tall. Let's see. The Ancient Giants Who Ruled America, from Richard Dewhurst, Dewhurst. There's lots of books on this topic. There's no reason for staying stupid all your life, apostate. The fact is, people were much bigger before the flood. Certainly the lizards were much bigger. I think you could agree. Dinosaurs are pretty big, the fossils they find. Let's see. The powerful tribe, they're called the giants. They had a considerable habitation. Let's see. The Great Spirit made the people. Some of them became giants. Let's see. And 800 warriors. This is all stuff. I could go for 3 days. I'm going to shorten it up here. This is Bismarck, North Dakota, right there outside of Bismarck. Let's see. They joined the Lenape people 2 miles from Mandan, North Dakota, on the bluffs near the junction of the Hart and Missouri, said the local newspaper, 1883. The pioneers, an old cemetery of fully 100 acres filled with bones of a giant race. I bet if you went to go dig it up, somebody would come shoot you because, they'd find a reason. Oh, it's Indian burial ground. Don't touch it. Yeah. But if it was half man, half monkey, you'd be able to touch it, wouldn't you? Yeah. Let's see. It's evidently been a grand battlefield where thousands of men have fallen. Nothing like a systematic or intelligent exploration has been made. Huh. Interesting. Scientific American. This is 150 years ago they wrote this. Another vast cemetery as yet unexplored. You can find, somebody needs to take this, make it that your ministry, okay? 8 feet tall, double rows of teeth. Let's see. Let me get to some other stuff here. The skull would cover his head, 1878. There we go, in Ohio on the, it'd be the, what's that? Lake Erie. Giant stones found in Lebanon. Feats and Wisdom of the Ancients, Life Magazine, Time Life Magazine, page 65. Let's see, Monster Stones of Baalbek, whatever. Look at, there's a camel next to that. Who on earth is cutting and moving these stones? Here's an axe head, a copper axe head that weighs, 39 pounds? Who's swinging a 39-pound axe? There's a stone axe head, 27-pound, found in Manitoba, Canada. Who's swinging a 27-pound axe? That'd wear you out all day, wouldn't it, Bird? You're pretty good size, okay? I think there were giants in the earth in those days. SteveQuayle.com has that. This is a stone designed for chipping. You hold it between your thumb and finger to do chipping. Got right. Smithsonian has lots of stuff of this, and they hide anything to do with, goes against the evolution religion. Lovelock Cave, Nevada. It's in the Humboldt Museum in Winnemucca, Nevada. It was. Reader's Digest has a giant human skull. Huh, interesting. There's a normal human thumb bone next to a giant human thumb bone. I would say the guy was pretty big, or he looked funny with one big thumb. Yeah. Ron Wyatt, who I do believe found all these things, okay? That would make his cubit a little bigger. Yeah. That's the thigh bone here that I got next to me, found in Turkey. Joe Taylor died a few years ago, but he made castings of it. Let's see, there's Joe Taylor next to his model of the human, 47-inch human femur. Egyptian construction crew ran into a burial ground and found several burials of giant humans, some 16 feet tall. I was asked to sculpt a model based on one femur. This femur would have belonged to a man 16 feet tall. Just deal with the facts, okay? Giant bone replica from a giant skeleton found in Turkey. Interesting. Giant jaw bones, okay? Race of giants lived here in Big Mound, where's this at? Wisconsin. Near the outlet of Lake Nokobe in northeast Wisconsin. One skull was found 3 times the size of ordinary human. Interesting. Titan Nephilim swords found buried dating 33,000 years. No, they're not 33,000 years, okay? But they're big swords. Maybe they're just, decorative, but there were giants in the earth in those days. Certainly there were giant dragonflies, 52-inch dragonflies. I mean, nobody argues about that one. It's a big dragonfly. Giant bumblebees, big as a hummingbird. Nobody argues about that one. Giant ants, 2 inches long. That's a big ant, okay? Giant spiders with 12-inch leg span. You don't argue about that, do you? Giant cockroaches, 3.5 inches long. World's largest duck, reaching up to 3 meters. That's 9'8". That's a big duck. And weighing 1,100 pounds. World's largest known fossil camel, twice as heavy as a giraffe. Could look the giraffe in the eye. Fossil grasshopper, 6 inches long. Today the world's biggest one is in Australia at 3.5 inches. Fossil beavers, almost 8 feet. For a fossil snake, 43 feet long. Go to the Smithsonian, they got a model of one there. Fossil buffalo were gigantic, 2,000 pound, okay? Fossil ammonites. Nobody argues about this. Why do you argue about the giant humans? Because it goes against your religion. Fossil centipedes. That's a big centipede, okay? We need to get Justin to make a model of that. Scientists found fossil giant bird 50 million years ago. That is baloney, okay? Tell them I'll debate them all. 21-foot wingspan. They probably couldn't fly in today's air because the air is too thin. I think the air was compressed before the flood. There was a crystal canopy overhead, squeezed it down to 10 miles. If the air were squeezed into compressed, it'd be easier to fly. Plus richer oxygen, 35% instead of 21%. Okay, anyway, there's plenty of stuff on giants in the earth in those days. So, and I got lots more. Joseph, let's take some questions from the audience. Got plenty, okay. Okay. Are true priests still around, or were they only the Old Testament to make sacrifice for the people? Well, the Jewish nation, religion, and everything, in God's mind, he set them aside, said, look, you rejected the Messiah. I'm going to take this natural olive branch off, which was the Jews, and graft in the wild olive branch, the Gentiles. And we're supposed to be bearing fruit. Read Romans about that, the grafting in. And we're not doing too good. He's going to take us off and graft the Jews back in. God is not done with the Jews. They're still God's people. And so as far as true priests, I think they have kept track of their lineage clear back to Aaron. So I can go back to my great grandpa in Norway as far as I got. So it doesn't matter to me. Okay, let's see. Hello, I love your content. Please explain Bible events. So you explain Bible events so clearly. What's your opinion on black holes? The only evidence for black holes is that you can't see something in a certain spot. So that's proof something's there. I think it's a little bit of a stretch, my Hovind theory, okay? Okay, let's see. You gave my husband so much understanding of the Bible. My kids absolutely love your work. Well, thank you, Bear. Come on down and visit Dinosaur Adventureland. Let's see, Bear. There's a new police officer in California on the force. They posted a video. He's 8 feet tall, an inch or two off. He's giant, but really looks normal for his size. Good. Send me a picture of that, would you? Send it to, well, Joseph, what's yours? Tech support at drdino.com. And you forward it to me, okay? All right. Go ahead. Are we still under a dome? No, I think that got shattered. Hovind theory would be when the fountains of the deep broke open, it was enough 10 miles of rock on top of that water is enough to launch stuff up into space and shattered the canopy. And because super cold ice is magnetic, it got sucked in and dumped on the North and South Pole, ice age. So the crystal canopy is gone. The air expanded out, which absorbs the heat problem they talk about. And no, it's gone. So then you're probably not going to live to be 900 like they did before. Any evidence that Adam and Eve were giants? I don't know how you can tell that. Probably everybody was 15, 18 feet tall. Maybe that's normal. Maybe dinosaurs would be their pets, Is it true giants had 6 fingers? No, that's, what's the name of that? Acromegaly? No, that's excessive growth. Hexadecimalism. They get 6 fingers or 6 toes. That's usually a problem in the genetic code. Oftentimes, marrying too close to the bloodline, too close to the family will cause that. So some giants had 6 toes. There's some in the Bible that had six fingers and 6 toes. Hexa means 6, hexadecimalism. Please speak about pre-flood air. I do that in great detail, Malcolm, on my video number 2 about the Garden of Eden. When they find amber, which is petrified tree sap, you break a tree and the sap oozes out and hardens into a amber-colored, well, where did they get the name amber? Glob. They use it for jewelry sometimes, but it's kind of soft. It doesn't wear very well. So, but the Jurassic Park movie, they drilled into amber and got mosquito blood, which is interesting. But they find air bubbles in amber. We got some in our museum here, quite a bit of it actually. And the air bubbles in amber are 35% oxygen. The theory would be during the flood, the trees got busted all over the place and they were trapping pre-flood atmosphere samples, which had 35% oxygen. And I've got a lot of that on my video number 2, which I don't have open right now. Maybe I do. Let's see. It'll take a minute to find. This one has 1,500 slides. You can get all my slides for $100 on a thumb drive. And Joseph, I work on this constantly. There it is. PowerPoint slide, 45,000. We add stuff every day. I mean, you'll never keep up with me. But I do have a section in there about the air bubbles trapped in amber. Let me see if I can find that real quickly here. I bet I went to the home page. Look at that, pre-flood oxygen. The Bible teaches that the people lived to be 900 before the flood came. So what was it like and why? How can a man live to be 900? I'll just go through this quickly. Watch video 2. Had to marry sisters. Let's see. So what happened? This is when Satan fell from heaven. I cover lots of stuff. I just want to strengthen your faith in the Bible. What was the original creation like? Got to be in here somewhere. Let me go. Crystal canopy overhead. Ice, super cold ice is magnetic. I give all the evidence for that. Let's see, air pressure, amber, air bubbles. Come on, Hovind. See, it helps if you ask the questions in the right order, where I got the answers already, you know. Here we go. Slide number 361. There. They've got a new theory. A lack of oxygen killed the dinosaurs from 1993. Well, naked scientist, oxygen deprivation caused dinosaur extinction. Why did they say that? Well, because 80-foot Apatosaurus, that's this guy, had nostrils the same size as a horse. He couldn't breathe in today's world. I agree. The air pressure is not what it used to be. They do find dinosaur bones all over the place, like bunches, thousands of them. Okay, no question they lived and they got really big. That's not the question. The question is, when did they live? You atheists want us to believe it was millions of years ago, and you know that because they were in the Jurassic period. There's no such thing as a Jurassic period. Your geologic column is stupid, real stupid. Doesn't exist. Okay? I'll debate you all on that. Let's see. In the Sahara Desert, fossil fuels, natural gas. Let's see. Sahara Desert, Prudhoe Bay. Let's see. Where'd they get the super lungs? Super lungs gave dinosaurs energy to run and fight. Really. Here you go. There's amber with an insect trapped in it. We got some amber in our museum here. Sometimes air bubbles are found in there that have 32% oxygen, sometimes 35. Our air today is 21. Here you go. Analyzing air bubbles, Yale University, 35% oxygen. Interesting. This one had 32% oxygen. The point is, it's much greater than today. The only trend in recent literature is there is far more oxygen in the early atmosphere. Profound evolutionary implications. Air at the time of dinosaurs was vastly richer in oxygen. I would agree, but it was not millions of years ago. It was pre-flood. Analyzing air bubbles shows the Earth's atmosphere 67 million years ago, lie, with 35% oxygen. Geology.com. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's see. Under those conditions, not only does your hemoglobin carry oxygen around, your plasma will carry oxygen. You could run for hundreds of miles and not get tired. Hyperbaric oxygen. So I cover all this on video number 2. Okay, more questions there, Joseph? And by the way, I would encourage you to get videos and have them on if they start shutting down internet sites that aren't politically correct. That way you got it on DVD. Was Adam and Eve made in the image of God? If so, how could they be giants like the children of fallen angels? Well, we don't know that the children of fallen angels were giants. There's the problem with the assumption here built in. I think made in the image of God, they were made in God's image spiritually, emotionally. There are lots of different ways to be in somebody's image. So I don't think they were, as big as God, if God even has a body like that. So I don't think your assumption in the question is that the fallen angels are the fathers of the giants. That comes from the book of Enoch, which is not scripture. Interesting reading, interesting history, but not scripture. I'd be cautious with the book. There's 3 books of Enoch. Got them all right here. Okay, let's see. Nino, where did the oxygen go after the flood? Well, it's dispersed. I mean, the atmosphere is spread out from probably 10 miles to 50 miles now. Compressed air doesn't change the ratio of individual gases. That's true. Okay. Today, the Earth is mostly underwater. If the Earth was mostly land before the flood, then you'd have lots more vegetation. I think the ratio of the gases, nitrogen, CO2, and oxygen are the primary ones, was apparently different. And I don't know. It's easy, just breathing in a room for a while to start using up the oxygen and start to get tired. Oxygen deprivation just in your own bedroom if you don't have the door open. Okay, let's see. Give your perspective on Charlie Kirk. He was a great man. I disagreed with him on some theology stuff. I think the Seventh-day Adventist kind of stuff, but great man. I praise God for what he did. I hope 1,000 people jump up to fill his place. Okay. He's up in heaven now. He says, okay, Lord, Kent's right. I should have about the Sabbath stuff, but it's okay. Praise God for what he did. All right. Any others? Okay. Man, we went a long time tonight. I'm so sorry. Come visit tomorrow night. Same thing. Call in. What happened to the atheist trying to call in? Come on, guys. Defend your religion. Let me say it again here. Home. No, that's not it, Joseph. Just one more time to rub it in. There we go. Right here, home. Evolution is the dumbest and most dangerous religion in the world. Prove me wrong. Call in. Better yet, come visit. Have the debate right here. See you then. See you tomorrow. Bye.